Hello guys, today I'm gonna teach you how to do the horizontal angle measurement by using direct method. This goal of this practice is to find the distance D. The distance D is the distance between building A and building B. In this practice, in the field work, you need to find in total of 5 things. The first is angle alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, and alpha 4. And last but not least is D1, which is the distance between point 1 and point 2. When you go in the field work, you need to find the location of point 1 and point 2 by yourself. This location, you should see both building A and building B so you can measure the angle. First, you need to put your total station at point 1 and your prism at point 2. Point your total station at prism, set the angle to 0 degree, and then turn your camera to the total station to building A. For the point A, the point that you need to measure is the tip of the steel rod of the building as the picture that I already inserted here. When you measure for the first time, you need to using face left to measure. But when you measure at A, finish measure this angle, you need to turn your total station 180 degree clockwise and then measure back to point 2 using face right. After that, you need to set your initial degree at 60 degree at the prism and then redo the thing again, face left and face right. Lastly, you change your initial angle as 120 degree and redo the procedure again. Next, you're gonna need to measure this alpha 2, which is using the same procedure as alpha 1 as I mentioned before. The last data that you need to correct from station 1 is the distance D1. You can directly use your total station function to measure this distance. For your additional information, this distance should exceed 20 meters. Next step, you change your total station to point 2 and move the prism to point 1. Measure alpha 3 and alpha 4 using the same procedure that I have mentioned before. Okay, so we move to the table. I will teach you how you can correct the data, what is the error, and how you calculate the data. Okay, first at the table, you can see that the station, target, set, face left, face right, average, and angle. Target for this one, I aim for 2 to A. So the angle is alpha 1. The station, I set up my total station at point 1. First, we start at 0 degree as our initial angle. We measure from 2 to A. Let's assume that we get 81 degree as theta 1 for the first time. At A, we turn it 180 degree clockwise. So we're gonna have this angle, which is 81 plus 180 degree. So we got 261. And then we turn from A back to 2. So the final angle should be around 180 degree. The angle error should not exceed 10 seconds. So this one is 0 angle error and this one is around 2 second error. So this data set is acceptable. Next, we do more procedure, but when we start at the initial angle, we change from 0 to 60 degree. So the angle that we measure from 2 to A, it should be around 81 degree plus 60 degree. So we got around 141 degree. And this error, it should not exceed 10 seconds too, which is perfectly 10 second error. So it's still acceptable. For turning face right, it's plus by 180 degree and turn back to point 2. And we got 239. So basically this one is 180 degree plus 60 degree. So it should be around 240, but this one we got 239, 59, which is 1 second error, which is still be acceptable. Lastly, we set our initial angle as 120 degree. So this one should be 81 degree plus 120 degree. So we got 201 degree. And the error is still acceptable. It does not exceed 10 seconds. Turning clockwise, this one should be 201 plus by 170. It should be 381. But the camera, the total station, gonna show you at 21 degree because it cannot show the angle exceeds 360 degree. So when you record, you need to notice yourself that this one is not actual 21. It's 300 plus 21. When you turn back, it should be 300 degree, which is 180 degree plus 120 degree. The error, you need to check that everything is not exceeds 10 seconds. Next, we proceed to average. We plus this together and then divided by 2. For example, this one is 81, this one is 261. We do 81 plus 261. But this one is need to minus by 180 degree, which is when we turn face left to face right. So we need to minus it. And 81 plus 261 minus 180 divided by 2. We got around 81, 11, and 9. We need to plus these two angles together to get our final angle for set 1. And after we got the average angle of these two data, we minus it together. We subtract it to get this final angle for set 1. We're gonna do this procedure for set 2 and set 3 also to get this angle and this angle. So lastly, we need to find the average of these 3 angles to get the actual alpha 1 angle. So we plus these 3 together and then divide it by 3. So we got 81, 11, and 13.5. We need to round it up. So we got 81, 11, and 14 as our alpha 1. We need to do this procedure 4 times, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4, to get every angle data for further calculation. So today we gotta do the direction angle measurement. First step, we need to find the location where we see both objects. Come here. Okay. So the object that we gotta do today is this building and those building over there. So this is our first spot that we see both building, right? And that one that ZESHAN is standing is the second spot that we see both building. Next step, we need to place down opaque, emblem it into the ground for the first point first. Until it emblem deep down into the ground, around 1 centimeter from the ground. Third, we need to measure between this point and the second point, no less than 20 meters. So let's go. Pop, 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 pop. So this is around 23 meters and a half. So it's okay. Next step, break down the peg again. Next step, we need to measure the extra length between these two pegs. So we're gonna measure forward and backward. Forward first, hold it here and hold it there, read the value and record it in your iPad. And then switch. Previously we record forward, right? This time we're gonna record a backward and we're gonna find the average length and that is gonna be our length. We also need to find a precision that is already mentioned in last lap, right? Here, record the backward length again. Find the accuracy, find the mean of the length, and that's gonna be our length. For the first point, we're gonna put down, set up our tripod, and then we're gonna set our turtle station up on the tripod. So let's start set the tripod. First, we need to find the peg here, and then put down the tripod. Then extend its leg. Make sure that the center of the tripod is around the peg, is on top of the peg. For this type of tripod, the lock mechanism is here, but some kind of tripod, the lock mechanism is gonna be down here and you need to screw it in. Don't pin down the leg yet, because you need to set up the turtle station first. Put up the turtle station, and here, don't forget to close the box or else Achan gonna cook you, bro. Set up the turtle station. And then you need to make sure that the turtle station is on the peg or not. Just look at this eyesight. Look in, okay. Is it on? If it's not, you need to move the leg of the tripod until it is on. Okay, if it's already on, you need to pin down the leg of the tripod by stomp it. Yeah, just use your body weight to pin it down. Next step, check it again. It's on or not. But here, you see that it is tilted a little bit, right? So you need to adjust this bubble. Where's the bubble? Bubble is here. Come here. You need to adjust this bubble until it's in the center of the red line. By adjusting the leg of the tripod. Okay, if it's in the center of the turtle station, we need to plug in the battery. But you know what? We forgot it. Next, we're gonna put in the battery. Close it, then open the camera. In this step, we need to adjust the bubble, the digital bubble in here. What we have set up for the last practice for this part is gonna be a fast forward video clip because the rest of the thing you already know. Okay, you see, it's already good. Check again by turning it 180 degree. And if it's still good, it's okay. It's be good. It's be good. It's be good. Okay, it's good. So you can already use it. Press exit. Oh, check the pump. Okay, okay. It's on. So finish for the setup our turtle station. For the next one, we're gonna set up our prism, which you already know the step from the last practice, right? So we're not gonna show it. Okay, so next, we will start by measuring angle with direction method. This method will start by using face left, which is the circular disc on the side of the total station will be to the left of the reader. And we will need the measurement, the total of 4 angles for this practice. And the 2 of the angle will be measured by this total station setup. Firstly, we will use the total station to aim at the left target of the first reading, which is our prism. And the right target of the first angle will be the top of that building. So when we aim at the left target with the face left orientation, next we will set the angle of this reading to 0 degree. And we can do that by pressing F1, which is set 0 on the total station, and press F3 to click yes. And now the angle will be at 0 degree. And next, for the direction measurement method, we will move the total station to aim at the top of that building, which is the target, the second target of our angle measurement. And then we record that value. And next, we will switch the orientation of the total station to face right by rotating it clockwise by 180 degrees. And then we aim at the same target, which is the top of that building. This measurement should be around 180 degrees from the first reading, and the difference should not be more than about 10 seconds. Lastly, for the step of direction angle measurement, we will turn the total station back to face the first target and read the value. This value should be around 180 degrees, and it cannot be different by more than 10 seconds also. And this completes one set of direction angle measurement. In total, for each angle measurement we do in this practice, we will do 3 sets. And each set will start with different angle value. Because we do 3 sets, we will divide 180 degrees by 3, which is 0, 60, and 120 in the 60 degree interval. So next, we will start with face left as the same and aim at the left target, which is the prism. And then we will set the angle to be 60 degrees by this step. We press F3 to set the horizontal angle, and we type in 60 in the keyboard of the total station, and press return to set the value. And then for this set, we continue the same step, aim the total station to face right by 180 degrees, and then aim back at the left target, which concludes the second set. And the third set, we do the same thing, but starting at the angle 120 degrees, which the setting of the angle will be the same. And the method to set up the value of the angle will be the same. And the other measurement that can be done with the total station is the distance between the total station and the prism. We need this distance for calculation. To measure the distance, we change the mode of the total station to distance measurement by pressing 1. And then we press F1 to measure. Make sure that the total station is aimed at the prism. Then the total station will display the horizontal distance that we can use for calculation. Make sure to measure the distance with total station both forward and backward, which is from this total station setup to that prism, and also after we switch the place of the total station and the prism. And after we have done 2 of the angle measurement and the distance measurement, we can switch the place of the total station so that the total station will be set up at that point,
and the prism will be moved to set up at this point. So after we switch the total station setup, we will measure another 2 angles, and also don't forget to measure distance back to the prism as well. The 2 angles we will measure by this total station setup is from this building at the top to the other building that we want to know the distance of. And the other angle that we will measure is from the same building to our prism. For measurement of angle by this total station setup and the previous setup, we will use the direction method of 3 sets. So next we will continue with the second angle measurement, which is from the top of this building to the top of other building that we want to know the distance of. This will be done by direction angle measurement method, which is the same as the first one. And after we finish these 2 angle measurement on this total station setup and the precision of the reading is acceptable, we will switch the place between this total station and that prism setup so that the prism will be on this point and the total station will be on that point.